Hey guys, how the hell are you? And welcome back to Arnold Plays Guitar. As you can see by my surroundings, we have a little bit to talk about. I'm sure you guys have noticed that there's been some new content that's been trickling out on the Tube of You. The top 10 list went live a few days ago, and then this video also went live. What I would urge you guys to do is that if you are watching this video right now, pause it, watch that one first, because that video is going to answer a lot of questions that you have about why I basically took a year off. And it was a year. It was a full solid year off of making YouTube content. The last video that went live was the top 10 of 2023. And now I put out the top 10 of 2024, and now hopefully this is the last in sort of the cheesy testimonial videos that I so loathe and detest on YouTube these days. But think of that video as a part one. This is a part two. This video is meant to serve as sort of a life update slash state of the channel video. So taking a look at the beginning of the video, we've got a new logo, there's a new intro screen, there's a new outro screen at the end of the video as well. I felt like with some major life changes and basically kind of starting over on a lot of things, I felt like, you know what, now's the time. Let's change some things up on the channel and do things a little bit differently. I'm gonna get into that in a second here. We do have a nice new studio set up here. The reason why we have a nice new studio is because my now ex-wife and I, we sold our home that we were living in a suburb of Austin, Texas. She's moved to a different suburb of Austin, Texas, and she's living her best life. Good for her. We get along fine. I myself purchased a home and moved to a small town in Texas, just outside of Austin. And don't alter your first draft of what you think small town Texas life is like. It's very, very much in that vein. There's a few interesting differences which I don't want to necessarily get into here, but I will say that moving out here is both interesting as well as amusing, and it's also relatively quiet, and I think this is going to be one of those things that's just going to end up being really, really good for my soul. So sort of helping me to move on a little bit. But anyways, I've been taking the time getting this place in order, working at my day job, and I can't thank them enough for their patience with me as I've been working to get my life back in order a little bit. There's definitely been some moments where, you know, I haven't necessarily been proud of how I've been feeling. I've definitely had a few breakdowns, but it is what it is. You take those days one day at a time, and they can either get you down and keep kicking you down, or you can fight back a little bit and you can get back up and keep progressing forward. And that's honestly just what I'm trying to do at this point. Moving on at that point to the state of the channel. What is the channel like right now? So there are new videos coming. This is now the third video that is going live in 2025. Hey, I'm a poet and didn't know it. That was cute. Anyways, we do have more guitar and metal content coming up here. In addition to the new logo, there is new merch that is available now. Click the link in the description below. You can get yourself a nice new t-shirt, hoodie, sticker that has the new logo, the new emblem logo that I have made. In addition to that, there is also a new YouTube member section for you guys. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I read up on it completely or that I completely understand it. I've always been kind of remiss to start a Patreon because I felt like I don't really have like enough to really offer my fans in that regard. But with YouTube membership, I kind of felt like, okay, here's something I can do where it's a really inexpensive tier and I can just offer you guys early access to the videos at least. So going forward, when a new video gets edited and gets uploaded, it's going to be live in the members section right away, and then after that it's going to be scheduled to go live for the general subscribership and viewership. Besides that, I am planning on bringing back some other content, like the very first video of guitar and metal oriented content is going to be going live tomorrow. We have a new episode of My Personal Guitars that's going live. It's a brand that I feel very, very strongly about. You're going to see why. And In addition to that, I'm giving thought to bringing back things like IFAC, but maybe doing it like a once a month thing, so as not to sort of inundate you with that sort of stuff every single week. Same thing with album recommendations. I'm thinking about doing an album of the month instead of an album of the week, so that I can sort of maintain that output a little bit better. Speaking of maintaining output, that is one of the things that I am a little concerned about. There's going to be tons of new content that's going live this month in January 2025. I am going to do my best to maintain that output as much as I can, but admittedly, I can't necessarily promise that. Life just happens, and what I am going to say is that, I do have sort of a newfound focus and newfound desire to make this channel successful, to create more content for you guys, to offer you guys a little bit more. I mean, earlier I was mentioning merch. I've also been working on new music to release too. A lot of you guys have been clamoring for new music that you can purchase from me, and I appreciate that oh so much, that you guys keep sort of holding me accountable to that. And I mean that with utter respect, because I want to make new music. I just get started and it takes everything out of me and I never really get to finish it. I'm working on several different things right now. I'm not going to say what any of it is because I don't want to jinx it. I just need to focus. I need to focus and I need to get it done, and I need to get it out there for you guys so that you can enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying creating it. But anyways, with that, I thank you guys for your patience. I thank you guys for staying my subscribers. I hope that we can move forward and have a great 2025 and beyond. And if you guys have any comments, any suggestions, any questions for me, drop them in the comments section below. As always, I just want to remind you guys, please take what you do seriously, but do not take yourselves too seriously.